All right, let's real quickly preview the championship games. The first game will be the Bengals at the Chiefs. The Chiefs are 7-point favorites. We've talked about both teams ad nauseum when we were reviewing the divisional games. I'm just going to ask you, Nathan, who you think is going to win and why?
I think the Chiefs are going to win because it's at home. And again, I'm not saying he can't do it. Burrow can win this game. Mm-hmm. He can win the Super Bowl. I mean, the Bengals have a good team, but I just don't see it happening this quickly for them.
Right.
They've made. I don't see the Bengals go from perennial losers to Super Bowl champions in a year. I think it's going to be like they got deep in playoffs now. They're going to make the playoffs again next year. Good. I think it's going to take some build up. So for that reason, and the fact that it's in Kansas City, and it's hard to. If the Chiefs, I find it hard to believe the Chiefs are going to beat the Bills like that and then lose.
Right.
If the Chiefs are going to lose, it's going to be the Bills.
No, I agree. I agree with you 100%. I can't really add anything more to that. I agree. It's at home. They've got Patrick Mahomes. They've got experience. I told you I saw a stat. They're the first team in the history of the NFL to host 4 straight championship games. So they've been there. They know what it takes. They've got home field. They've got the fans. I think Burrow's going to have a great game. I think the Bengals are going to make it competitive.
Didn't the Bengals just beat the Chiefs late in the season?
They did in a shootout. Yeah,
it was the last game of the
it was in
season?
Cincinnati, I think, but
okay,
it was the second to last game.
Do you think the Chiefs? Do you think they have any type of hangover over that last game with the Bills?
No. Well, that's a good point. They maybe, but I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so. So I agree with you. I think the Chiefs win that one. 49ers Rams. Who wins and why, Nathan?
I don't know. That's a tough one.
Remember, the 49ers swept the Rams this year.
Yeah.
They came back from a 17-point deficit the last week of the season to get into the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's what got them into the playoffs.
That was the last game of the season? It was in L.A.
At L.A. And they don't win that game, they don't make the playoffs.
Right.
Want me to go first? What are you thinking?
No, I know what my
what does your gut tell you and what's your head tell you?
I know what my gut's telling me, like when you first asked me, I thought Rams.
Right.
So I'll say Rams.
All right.
Just because they just seem like the better team. Like all year long to me, the 49ers didn't seem like a good team. I don't know why. I just never thought they were that good all year long.
Right.
All through the playoffs, they're not that good, but they keep winning. So I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, so I'll have to say Rams, but I'll say Rams for that reason. I can't believe I'm using this as an example because I jumped down Josh's throat for using it in your throats. It's hard to beat a team 3 times, right? Isn't that the thing in 1 year? But I'll say more so than the fact that it's hard to beat a team 3 times on face value. I think it would be tough for the 49ers to beat the Rams last game of the season in LA, then just a couple weeks later beat them in LA again. You know what I mean? Like, and I guess my point is if that last game would have been in San Francisco, I think it would be different. Or if they would have beat the Rams in LA week 10 or 12. But to play the same game essentially so close together and to win it twice, I feel like it might be tough. But it's a very tough decision.
I listen, I kind of agree with you. My heart says the Rams, okay? I think the Rams win the game. But you know something? The 49ers, their defense is spectacular.
Yeah, so is the Rams.
The Rams' defense is spectacular as well. The 49ers are a very physical football team. I think the Rams have had a little trouble with that. Yeah, I think the Rams are going to learn from. I mean, you know, that game they beat the Rams in Week 18. Up until that game, they threw up a crazy stat that the Rams coach, McVay, was 48-0 when leading at halftime with the Rams, and that was the first time they lost a game that they led at halftime. Which is a stupid stat here or there. It doesn't make any sense. But the point I'm trying to make is the 49ers clawed their way back into that game and won it to get into the playoffs. I think the 49ers are battle-tested. Now, the Rams are too. They went into the home of the defending champions, and they beat them. I think it's going to be the best game of the weekend. I really do. Yeah. I think it's going to be a battle. I think the Rams have more firepower than the 49ers, and I think they're going to find a way to win.
That's kind of what it came down to for me. Both teams have great front sevens, front fours.
Yes.
Both teams can rush the passer with their front four, like you said. Yes. They have good defenses. But the Rams just feel like they have more weapons on offense. They have more explosiveness, more firepower.
Now, I will say this, though. If you look at the running game, remember I said against the Buccaneers, the Rams threw for 348 yards, but only ran it for like 78 or 80. They're going to have to run the ball a little better, the Rams, all right? Because the 49ers can run it. and they're going to pressure Stafford. They've got to be able to run the football to take some pressure off Stafford.
It's going to be a great game.
It's going to be a great game.
It's a toss-up. I mean, it could be, if you ask me tomorrow, I may say 49. I don't, you know what I mean? Like right now, I'll say Rams. But I'll say, who do you want to win these two games, though? We said who.
Well, who do I want? I want to see the Bengals win the first game, and I would love to see the Rams win the second game.
Okay, I would like to see a Bengals 49ers Super Bowl.
A rematch of the previous two that they had.
Yeah, that'd be cool. but I what's I going to say? I really am fine with the Rams watching them. I just don't want to see the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
I don't. Yeah, well,
I know it's. I mean, I admit it's not because I have anything against the Chiefs. It's just because I'm tired of them winning all the time. Unless it's your team, I think you get tired of seeing the same team all the time.
Right.
I mean, just like the Patriots, I get tired of seeing them all the time.
Well, the Chiefs are in that run right now where it's going to come to an end because guys are going to have to be paid. And eventually you can't keep everybody. I said
this before. I think the Chiefs are going to be. I know they've won a Super Bowl already with this team, but they've gotten to. If they get into this Super Bowl, this would be 3 they've gotten to. If they lose this one, they've won 1 out of 3. They've won 1, so my comparison is a little bit out the window because they have won 1. But I think they're going to become kind of like a new Bills team, like the Bills of the early '90s. I think they may get to this one. Mm-hmm. They may get to one next year, but I don't see them winning a lot more. You know what I mean, with this team.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They're always going to be there, but I don't think they're going to win the Super Bowl with this team. I think their window of winning Super Bowls is over with.
It could be. I mean, it could be. I think if they get to this Super Bowl, they got a great chance to win it because they're not going to be facing Tom Brady on the other side.
I'm not saying they don't have a chance to do that. I'm just saying that I don't think they're going to win another Super Bowl with this team. Mahomes may win one like 7 years from now with a different team. But I'm saying with this team.
Well, anyway, it's going to be an exciting weekend. We're looking forward to that, and then we'll come back and we'll talk to you next week about. We've got a couple weeks for the Super Bowl after this Sunday, but we'll definitely preview the Super Bowl every which way we can.
And if the Chiefs play the 49ers and win the Super Bowl, they've won 2, but they beat the 49ers both times.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They haven't had to play Super Bowl against I don't want to sell the 49ers short, but you know what I'm saying.
Well, they should have lost that game to the 49ers.
They should have. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I don't know.
It'll be interesting to see.